Hi there, good afternoon, everybody. I want to welcome you all here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. So, we're doing Thursday nights ranking the songs off of an album. And the album I've chosen is not one that a lot of people talk much about, but I like it. And it's going to be Jon Anderson and Vangelis, the Friends of Mr. Cairo. I do believe they have like 4 CDs or 4 albums, but this is the one that almost everybody knows. The original album only had the 6 tracks on it, and then the more updated version of this album also includes "I'm Finding My Way Home," which I will rank in here with these as well. So there are, like I said, 6 tracks plus that one. I like this album a lot. Played it a lot when I was younger. I probably played it in the neighborhood of 500 to 600 times over the course of a couple of years when I first got it. I haven't played it as much in recent years, although I did play it today and yesterday. This is a pretty solid album. I'd like to get the other 3 albums too. I did actually see one of them when I was at the record store the other day, but I was there for a specific album and I got that album. So if it's there when I go back again and I have the money, I will get it. So there are 6, like I said, 6 tracks plus the bonus track or the added track if you prefer on this album. I'm going to rank them the way I always rank them, which is from my least favorite to my most favorite. In this case, will be 7th to 1st. Just remember, this is just my ranking of them. It doesn't necessarily mean they're the definitive rankings of these songs. Just the way I feel about them. You could maybe feel the entire way different about them, or maybe you don't even like the group to begin with. Okay, so we're going to go to the song that was added. Will go last. I'm Finding My Way. I'm Finding My Way Home. This one I find to be a little bit too Jon Anderson-like. Not that I dislike Jon Anderson, but he has those kind of marshmallowy songs. This one I find to be one of them, so it's going to come in last here. So now we're going down to the 6 remaining tracks. The one that probably will be at the bottom of the original albums would be the last track, "Outside of This, Inside of That." It's a good song. I don't mind it. I like all the tracks on here, but it's not as memorable as some of the other ones. So the number 5 track is going to be the kind of syrupy, sappy kind of childish song, "Back to School." I do like it. It's kind of like very it sounds like a kind of sing-song that you would get at a daycare or something like that, but it's still a decent song. So "Back to School" would be number 5. So number 4, we're going to jump up to the 3rd track on the album, on this album anyways. On the original album, it would have been the 2nd track, which is "Beside." This is a good song. It kind of a little bit introspective, and that's probably the reason why I like it more than some of the others. So that's going to be my number 4. My number 3 is going to be "The Mayflower." Mostly I like this song because it kind of a little bit of a reflection of history, and that's one of the things I always like. So that's going to be my number 3, I think. So we're down to the final 2. This shouldn't come as any surprise with that these are the 2 final ones. Both songs have been played a lot over the years. The title track, "Friends of Mr. Cairo," is really good. It's a fairly long song, but it's a story that, with all the quirky voices and noises, I kind of like quite a bit. And then "State of Independence," which has also been covered by other artists, are both really good tracks. I wasn't quite sure which way I would go. If this had been maybe a year or so ago, I probably would have went with "State of Independence" as the number 1 song, but I've been listening to this album the last couple of days and realized that "The Friends of Mr. Cairo" is just really good. So we're going to go with "State of Independence" as the number 2 song, and the number 1 track is going to be the title track, "The Friends of Mr. Cairo." They could flip. Given any given day, I could flip them. I like them both quite a bit. The Friends of Mr. Cairo has that kind of beat that's really catchy. State of Independence has a beat too. It's a little bit more upbeat. I like the lyrical parts of the vocal parts of that quite a bit too. So, but that's my final arrangement. So number 1 was the Friends of Mr. Cairo. Number 2, State of Independence. Number 3 would be Mayflower. Number 4, Beside. Number 5, Back to School. Number 6 is Outside of This, Inside of That. And then the last track will be the added track, which is I'll Find My Way Home. Yeah, pretty good. If you haven't listened to this, you should. It's quite good. Anyways, that's my take on the Jon Anderson and Vangelis Friends of Mr. Cairo. I believe it's their second studio album. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And you can rank these songs any way you want. If you want to rank them, you can rank them in the comment section below, or you can make any comments you want about Jon and Vangelis or about the album or anything related to that. So anyways, we will see you all next Thursday, which I think, I've been thinking about this, I think it could be, I think I may continue with this show right up till the end of the year. I have some ideas of some other stuff I want to do, and this will probably come to an end at the end of the year, but we'll probably do the rest of December that way as well. So anyways, we'll see you all throughout the week. Please take care and have yourself a good evening. Goodbye here from the Prog Monster.